So I am going to say I'm a little disappointed that I don't get to hold a mic because that makes me feel really important. And I feel like my nervousness goes away when I have a mic to hold because it's like all of a sudden I'm on TV and I've always wanted to be, what? Does anybody know? Does anybody know what I wanted to be when I was growing up?
Marilyn Monroe.
I wanted to be a movie star, and I will be someday.
You're a Facebook star. You're a Facebook star.
I'm a Facebook star. So, but in all honesty, I'm just somebody who grew up with a disability. I had epilepsy most of my life. I haven't had a seizure in 11 years. I want to say that, so yay. But I don't want to come from a perspective as somebody who has had a disability, because I don't look like somebody that has a disability. I don't present like somebody that has a disability. People don't look at me and say, she needs assistance getting through, because I compensate just like all people with disabilities. So you don't always know what their need is, right? And so we can't just take everybody with a disability and say, this kind of work is good for you because we think that you can do it. I've worked in a factory for a whole month and I hated it. Okay? I have gone to cosmetology school. I've studied graphic design. I've done sales for probably like 12 years. I'm excellent at building partnerships with the community and advocating for funding for vocational programs. I love what I do, right? So, so that's why I'm here, and I am part of the Disability Committee, which is all of these organizations that come together. We've got Parents Can, who advocate for children with disabilities and provide resources, and we all come together under this organization, and we support things like with housing, employment. So what we would like to create is a mayor's S' coalition or committee addressing disability and employment and education, because we believe that you are the people that are out there doing this work. We need people who can create change from within to actually support this effort. So statistics say, this is kind of the boring part, but in 2012, the employment rate for individuals with disabilities among the ages of 18 to 64 living independently in the community was at 32.7%. So that's a lot. When you think about the employment rate for people without disabilities, who aren't reporting their disabilities anyways, is around 73.6%. So that's a huge employment gap of over 40%. So it's really important that we do this work. Okay, what time is it? Anybody know? Yeah, I gotta keep going? Okay, so, okay, we're gonna have a video in a little bit. What else can I tell you guys? Oh, I've got 2 articles out there. I have one article on the food shed that you can pick up, and they provide training for adults with disabilities and underserved youth through the Workforce Investment Board funding. I also have another article out there about the garden program that I'm trying to develop to teach nutrition and employment skills that I'd like everybody to read. How much more time do I have?
1 minute now.
1 minute, okay. Does anybody have any questions of me? Come on, somebody's got to have a question. Nobody? Yes?
So what are some examples of companies in Napa County that are doing a good job of hiring people with disabilities?
I love that. Can you come up here, Artie, and give me a couple names?
Put me on the spot.
Artie works for Napa Valley Support Services, which is another organization that I work a lot with, and we help get people ready for employment in the community. So.
Yeah, pretty well said. Thank you very much. We've been around. We've been in the community for many, many years. I was just talking to this young lady here. She was telling me about her son, and I was preparing her for the future after high school to the transition programs, and then to Napa Valley Support Services. We have been here for over 50 years. 3 different programs. We have the Brown Street Gallery, we have the day program, Imperial Way, and then we have Napa Personnel Systems. That's where myself and Rick Pina, we are employment specialists. We will help you find jobs, okay? We've been doing a great job here, and we want to thank the mayor for being here too.
Employers. Who are some of our employers?
Oh, we have Napa Sanitation District for many years, a janitorial crew. We have housekeeping, Vintage Inn, Bellagio, Rayleigh, Safeway, you name it, we're there.
Napa Valley College.
Sutter Home.
Yes,
Sutter Home.
Wine Bed Services.
So we need people who've had good experiences hiring people with disabilities to go out and talk about their experience. Because you know what? Disability is not always pretty, okay? I know that I'm easy to look at, but not everybody with a disability is a movie star, right? And sometimes when people are not exposed to it, they don't understand it, and they might not be so friendly or want to bring somebody in with a job coach, or they don't understand all the time why somebody needs somebody to help get them through the interview process. So it's really hard, especially with the city. Like I had somebody interview for a position at the library, and I did a lot of work working up to that, volunteer stuff. She went through the process, she tested great. I mean, she zipped through it, but when she got into the interview, I gotta get finished here, she bombed. She bombed on one question, and so it was like, done. So we need people to be a little bit more open-minded about how we go about the hiring process and vocational training. But, okay, got it. And, the video? Oh, sorry, Jill, it's your turn.
It's my turn?
Yes, it's your turn. I'd love to introduce you